Hello YouTube, how are you all doing today? Welcome back. I need to work on my intros, but today we have a beautiful view and I thought, why not film two videos with the same background for the first time. Anyway, today's video is going to be fairly quick. It's about time management, and it's actually about one specific part of that: not having time, feeling like you are not in control of your time, feeling like you don't have enough time to do things. And today really is going to be a quick one because I don't have much to say about this topic. I feel like there's a lot of great content out there, but there's one thing I feel like I can contribute particularly well because I've been through it, and it's something that's less sort of shared, or a reality that's told less brutally, honestly. Time management is something, that we all seem to have to get better at for school, work, even our social lives, and of course our entrepreneurship, right? It's our most precious resource. It's extremely important. I don't need to do a huge intro about this. You know this. Now, one reality that I'm noticing is that saying you don't have the time to do something is an excuse, and if not pathetic, it's just untrue. Let me tell you why. When someone asks you to do something and you tell them you don't have the time, I simply don't believe you. I think there's an underlying reason behind that statement, and I think most of the time, if not all of the time, that statement is simply untrue. We have hundreds of hours in a week. I won't run the math for you, but there are a lot of hours in the week. There are a lot of those hours in the week that you spend sleeping that we can remove, that maybe you spend at work that you can remove, that maybe you spend eating that you can remove. There's a lot of these hours that you can remove for set things that you have to do, or you decided or committed to do. But in almost all cases, even for the busiest people, and I consider myself a busy person, you still have a lot of hours left in that week. Now, what you do with them is a matter of priorities. If you're spending them on social media, that's fine. That's what you decided to do. If you're spending them watching YouTube, that's great. Watch my videos. But whatever you decide to do with those hours, they exist, and there is a lot of them. And so, in my opinion, when someone asks you, do you want to do this thing, or can you do this thing, and you tell them, I just don't have the time, what you're telling them isn't that you don't have the time. What you're telling them is that it's not a priority. And what you're telling them indirectly is that you don't want to do it, or at least relative to the other things you could be doing with your time, you don't want to do it. Now, this might seem obvious, but it's really important for one reason. It's fine to say that to someone, to let them down easy on whatever they're asking you to commit to, right? It's easier to say, yeah, I don't think I have the time, sorry, no, rather than, no, I just don't think that would be a priority / I'm not interested in it. That's fine, white lie, I guess. But internally, if you use that a lot, you might actually be convincing yourself that you don't have time to do things. And that is untrue. I want you to take a very honest and deep look into what you have committed to during your week. Try it out, don't need to do a pie chart, or doesn't need to be exact. Just make an overview of your week. What are you spending time on? And then look at past opportunities or commitments, proposals that you've been getting, and look at, how much time they would have taken, how important they would have been to you, and what you answered to them. And make that brutally honest realization of, was that answer the right one to give? If something is important to you, you will make the time for it. I think that's just purely true and purely human and purely natural. And okay, some people will stop me here and say, oh, but what about people who don't have time to see their families? That doesn't mean their family isn't a priority. They just, work-life balance got in the way, or work got in the way. Part of that is true, right? But the biggest part of that is the person who's experiencing this, losing sight and losing control over what their priorities are. The most powerful thing you can do in time management is manifest your priorities truly and honestly into how you decide how you spend your time. So my only advice to you out of all of this, beyond just look at other resources and great content on time management, because it's one of the most important parts of your life, is be honest with yourself about what your priorities are, what you want to do, what you want to achieve with your life, short-term and long-term, and make sure and try your best to have that manifest in how you decide to spend your time, and how you answer to people suggesting commitments, and how you search for opportunities. Just be honest with yourself. Take control of your time. It's not easy, but it's that simple, in my opinion. So that's my 2 cents. I hope you feel refreshed or at least level-minded going into time management in the future, and all the best of luck. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments and how you've been feeling about this, because I know a lot of people where they feel like their calendar has control over them rather than the other way around. Best of luck. You also have to know how to say no, but we can make another video about that later on. Take care, friends. Just look at this view. We all need more blue in our lives, in my opinion.